This is a slab technique puzzle project, and what you see me doing here is rolling out a piece of clay about 3/8 of an inch or so. You can do yours a little bit thicker, a little thinner, that's fine. Taking in just a number 2 pencil, and I'm drawing out a design. Your design can be anything you want. I just happen to be doing something that's kind of like the shape of a cloud. And so once I'm done doing that, then I'll take a knife and cut out, get rid of the scraps. And of course you can just use a butter knife on this. So it'll be up to you what you decide on how you want your overall shape to be. You can make it into the shape of a house or an animal, or just a simple rectangle is fine. A circle, it's entirely up to you the shape you want, because this is a puzzle and it's meant to be kind of a free form style. Alright, so now that I have that, I'm going to then think about the little puzzle pieces I'm going to draw out inside. As you can see here, I'm completely free-forming this. There's no particular shape or design I have in mind. I'm just kind of looking at it and deciding. You may have a plan on yours that you really want to capture and figure out. I would suggest not making your corners too kind of undercut, because you're going to want to be able to take this apart and put it back together without it getting kind of caught on itself. But other than that, the designs are really up to you. So you want to be fairly careful in how you cut these out to not have a lot of extra lines dug into the clay, because anything that's extra you'll have to just clean up. So once the pieces are all cut out, they're going to want to kind of curl up a little bit, just so I'm kind of lifting them like that and moving them around. So make sure to press down on everything kind of while you're doing it and afterwards, just to keep that clay as flat as possible. And try not to do too many times that you lift it up and move it, because the clay will actually develop what we call a memory. It's not an actual memory, but the clay, as it dries, if it's been lifted a lot, will continue to want to be curled up and lifted. And oddly, sometimes you don't see that when the clay is being worked on. Sometimes you'll see the clay curled and lifted up after it's fired, which is really disappointing, because there's nothing you can do about it once it's fired. So you see anywhere where it's kind of lifted up, you want to press that down. Okay, so now the next step is simply just a matter of cleaning up all of those edges. If you want to, you're also welcome to put textures on the individual pieces. This is just a smooth designed puzzle where I could just treat glazes with it and provide different patterns and different colors with the glazes. But if you wanted to make it textured, you can certainly put that in each puzzle piece. All of these things are entirely up to you. Okay, so here's the puzzle now that it's smoothed out. And what I'm doing is I'm just putting a pencil mark on the back of each piece. And the reason for that is it's just like the back of any kind of puzzle where it's just the cardboard. This is showing that there's a back and a front, so it's not too difficult to figure out how to put your pieces back together. And you get to figure out how to assemble it back together again. Not always as easy as you think. And that is a finished puzzle.